Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm excited to share that this is the first webinar in a series of webinars we are launching dedicated to helping you, our valued customer, to get even more value from FastSimon platform. We believe that sharing knowledge is key. Over time, we've seen how powerful FastSimon can be when it's used to its full potential, and we want to make sure you have everything you need to just do that. This webinar series is designed to walk you through best practices, tips, and real example so you can maximize performance, simplify workflows, and more and more. Thank you again for joining us today. So let's get started. With me, so I'm Ido Barel. I'm the head of customer success here at FastSimon. With me is Tali Arad. She's the head of the backend team. Is going to assist me if there are any questions asked or anything that we need to get more details from the engineering team on. So I said we are talking about a series of upcoming webinars that we are about to attend. So this is the first one that we're going to talk about merchandising today. Later on, we are going to have another additional webinars on personalization, on the visual search or visual discovery, the integration that we have with third app like TopCart, and the upsell, cross-sell widgets, all the carousels that you see. You may also like all that. We're going to have a different session about those as well. This is just the beginning. We're going to have more webinars in the future for developers to understand how to work with our no-code editor, SDK implementation, and more and more and more and more. All right, so we are here today to talk about merchandising. So why do we need merchandising? What is it good for? So let's start with asking question, why merchandising at all? Why FastSimon? Why using merchandising? So when you look on a website, currently on a website, and you see categories or collections, and you see why those products are at the beginning of the collection, how can I control what product do I want to see at the top of the collections? How can I control what product I want to see at the bottom of the collection? Or do I want to have some promotional text inside a collection? What is the logic that I want to power up with when I'm looking at collections or when I'm doing a search? Do I want to see low inventory products? Do I want to see product on sale? And so on and so on and so on and so on. A lot of strategies, a lot of decisions that you need to take in order to set up the right sorting when you look at a collection or when you do a search. So we're going to dive into what are the capabilities that FastSimon has to offer around merchandising and how we see this word and how we solved it. So we have a couple of options on our dashboard to use merchandising. Basically, three main areas on our dashboard that will cover the way we do merchandising. So I'm on the dashboard, and you can see that on the dashboard we have a couple of ways to run merchandising. We have manual merchandising, so we're dividing into three. So we have merchandising manually, so we manually decide what are the product that we want to place in certain positions in the grid when you look at the collection or when you do a search. We have merchandising rules. These are automatic procedure that runs in the background on the website that determines if you want to bury, promote, or hide certain product based on certain conditions. And we have the option to use merchandising strategy, which means that we have the ability to run certain strategy, meaning grouping products together by certain conditions, or run a variety, like every product is going to be from a different vendor. Every product is going to be with a different color, and so on and so on. So we have strategies, we have rules, and we have manual actions that we do inside a collection or search. So let's start by looking at the rules. What do we want to do when we have rules on a website? What are the capabilities that we have when we are running rules? What things we can cover? So I will go to a dashboard, and we can see what options do we have. So let's switch to the dashboard. Just a second. All right. So I'm going to the merchandising rules, and let's create a new rule and see what options do we have when we create a rule. So when we create a rule, we have a scope that we need to tell to the platform, what is the scope that we want to cover? Do we want to cover in this rule that I'm going to create? We want to cover search, or do we want to cover collection pages? I can exclude certain collection, or I can select rules to run on a specific collection. Or I can do the opposite, and I'm going to say I want the rule to run on all sites except this collection. So I have all these options. Then I'm using the action. The action is, what do I want to do? Do I want to promote certain products? Do I want to hide certain products? Or do I want to bury certain products? So I have 3 different actions that I can do in order to create this action. Now, again, the question that you always need to ask yourself is, why do I do it? Let's say that I have a product that are currently low in stock, and I want to get rid of them. I want to create a rule that push forward all the products that are low in inventory. So how do I do that? I have a bunch of product on the website. I don't know which one they are, and I want to create a rule to promote all the products that are currently low in inventory. So how do I do it? The condition that I need to choose needs to look at the inventory level of the product. So I'm going to choose from the condition, I'm going to look at the inventory level. And now the inventory can be from 0 to, let's say, 20. 20 is something that, let's say, it's considered as a low inventory. And then I want to promote products that inventory is between 0 to 20. Where do I want to do it? I want to do it on all the collection. I want to do it on all search queries. I'm clicking save. And now I added a rule here that promotes inventory 20 or less, where all the search queries on all the collections. So this is one example. I can do something else. I can say the opposite. I can say that all the products that are low in inventory, I don't want customers to feel frustrated when they reach a product that is low in inventory, and maybe they want to buy something and it's suddenly out of stock, or they don't have the right sizes. So let's say that I want to bury it. So what I will do, I will just change the action, everything stay the same, and now I have the same rules, but now I bury the product instead of promoting the product. So I have a rule to bury products. I can have a rule that bury a product on a single collection. I can have rules that hide products that have a certain price range between 12 to 24, and so on and so on and so on. The conditions are, you have a lot of conditions here that you can choose from, like a variety in stock, release date, last receive. I mean, when the product was published first time, when it was the last time it was updated on the platform, what is the percentage of variant in stock, margin, how many times it was viewed, conversion rate. Even we also have rating. So if you are using a review app, and you have reviews on product, we can look at the reviews and say, I want to promote product only that have 4 to 5 reviews. I want to promote them because they are considered as good product because they got good reviews. Now, you also notice that here under conditions, what we have is, I'm going to minimize that so we can see it. So here, if I scroll to the bottom, I have conditions, and then I can have an and or. So I can create more complex logics here when I create rules in order to have more capabilities to identify the product that I want to promote, bury, or hide. So using these logic with and or, I have more capability to specifically pick up the products that I want this process, this rule to run on. Okay, so it's not just one condition. It could be many condition. It can be or between two condition and so on and so on and so on and so on. Couple of things to keep in mind when we are working on rules, and this is like a couple of tips that I want to give you. So the way to organize those rules in this list, there is a meaning to this list. The rules are running, our system reads the first rule and execute, then read the second rule and execute, and so on and so on and so on. If a product is catched by the first rule, the second rule will not affect the same product. So there is no condition, when there is no situation where two rules running on the same product. When there is a conflict like that, the rules at the top is going to work and the second one will not. So you need to know how to organize those rules in order for them to work properly. Our recommendation is to first place first the rules that you need to hide. Then you place the rules that you need to bury. And then you place the rules that you want to promote. So hide, then bury, and then promote. This is the right way to organize those rules. Something else that I wanted to mention here is, you notice there is a number. When I choose to promote, there is a number. What this number represents. So you have a list here between 1 to 98 or 200. And this number represents how strong this promotion is. Meaning that if you have one collection and you have two rules that needs to promote product. Let's say, for example, you have one rule for the collection new arrival that you want to promote product that are currently on sale. You have a second rule for the same collection, new arrivals, that you want to promote product with inventory higher than 200. Now, how the system can know where to place those products, because both of them, you promote both of them. So what's come first? The way we recognize what to place first is by this number. So the higher the number is, the stronger the rule is. So if you set the number to be 100, so the rule with the number 100 will be stronger. So in the example that I share with you, if I will set 100 for the product that are on sale and 99 for the product that have inventory 200 and above, So you, in this collection, new arrival, you will first see the product on sale, following by the product with inventory higher than 200. All right, so this is merchandising rules. So this is merchandising rules. Now we are going into another section of rules of merchandising capability that we have on our system, which is manual actions, manual activities that you can run to handpick product that you want to merchandise. And I'll give you an example. So at first, I was under merchandising rules. Now I will go to these two sections, which are basically identical. The only difference is that here I manually control the collections, and here I manually control search pages, search results. So let's start by collections, and you will see it's basically the same thing. So here I have a list of all the collection that I chose to manually merchandising. I have like a summary of everything that I have right now. The name of the collection, if the current campaign is active or not active, how many products I have promoted, pinned, buried, or hidden, the total number of product in the collection. I have something called promo tiles that we can talk about it in a few minutes. And I have related collections, something else that I'm going to speak about later on. But all this is like a summary, and let's look at one example here. So I'm diving into one of the collection, and you can see here in this collection that I have, it's called women coats. I have a start time and an end time, meaning that I can pick up when I want this campaign to start and when I want this campaign to end. So it doesn't necessarily need to be active all the time. Of course, if I leave it blank, it will be active all the time. But I can give certain dates. If it's a holiday, if it's a weekend, a long weekend, whatever, I can decide what I want to do with that. And also I can decide the geographical location I want this to run on. So I have a list here, and I'm going to say I want this to run only on California. So I'm going to say, okay, California, this campaign is going to be active only when the shopper is browsing the site from California. All the other places in the world, they are going to see different results, but California will get the results that I'm going to prepare here. Now, what are the actions that I can do here in this presentation, in this editor? So this is like a collection editor, actually looking at the way this collection looks if I'm going to the actual website. So here I can pick product and run the same actions that I've explained before under merchandising rules. So I have pin, product, I have drag and drop that we will see in a minute, I have bury or boost, and I have hide. So I have 4 different actions that I can run when I'm active on the merchandising editor. Now let's see one by one. So when I'm hovering over a product, I can see that I have these buttons here. These are the actions that I can do on each product. So promote is placing the product at the top. So I'm going to place product number 4. I want to promote it. So I'm going to click on promote, and you can see that it jumps to the beginning of the collection. It's marked with a label here with a badge called promoted. So this product is promoted. No rules. I manually choose to promote it at the top. I can use the buttons. Bury, I will bury it to the bottom of the collection. I have hide, and I can just click here and hide product from appearing in the collection. Let's hide a few products. I can pin a product. Pin a product, I want to place this product in position number 4. No matter what happened, this product is going to be in position number 4. So everything around it can be changed, but this product will remain in position number 4, unless it's going out of stock and I have a strategy to hide out of stock product, then this product will not show up. But if it will restock and will have another inventory added to it, it will return to position number 4. This is the meaning of pin. Now I can use these buttons. By the way, I have another option here, which is position. So this is currently in position number 3. I can click here and change the position to be position number 6, for example. So now it's in position number 6. So this is the first option, just by using these buttons. Now I have another option, is to drag and drop. I can take those 2 products, I can select them by using the mouse, and then I can drag them and place them somewhere else. All the product that I just decided to place are now pinned in this position. So I can select more than one product and just use the drag and drop to pin. Another option is that I can drag and drop, and when I can select multiple product, and now when I select multiple product, you can see that I have the buttons here that I can choose what to do with them. I can promote, bury, position in a certain way, in a certain position, restore back to default, hide them, pin them, and all these actions. So let's promote them. And now you can see all the product were promoted here. If I want to restore something, I'm not happy with what I did, I have few ways to restore. I can just click here and then I will restore one by one, or I can go to the history and see what are the actions that I did before I saved in order to revert to something that I used to have before. When I have a long list, like a collection with more than 100 products, and I want to identify product that I want to run these actions on, I have a couple of ways to do it. So let's imagine I have a long collection here. I'm having trouble identify those products, so I can use a search. So for example, quote, I use the search quote, and I will find products that are with this word. So I have a search bar that I can use. Something else that I have are filters. So I can find product with using like certain filters, just like I'm on the website. So I want to see all the product that currently extra small is available. I'm clicking extra small. Now I only see product that have extra small availability. If I want to revert things that I did in the past, so I hidden a couple of products, now I don't want to hide them anymore. I can restore from here. If I have product that I buried, so let's bury a product, and now it's here, and I want to revert it, so I can revert it. So I revert buried, I can revert hidden. Unpublished is something that we have. These are items that are currently in a draft mode in Shopify. I don't have it in this test store, but when a product is in a draft mode in Shopify, it will appear here. It basically gives you an opportunity to promote products that are still not active in Shopify once they will become active. And I'm sorry, guys, this is available only in Shopify, not in BigCommerce or Magento. But when the product is in a draft mode in Shopify, you have the ability to re-promote it, to place it somewhere in the collection. Once it becomes active, it will be placed in a certain location. So if you have like a big sale coming up, you want to prepare the collections in advance, you want to make sure everything is placed where you want them to be and so on, you can do it from here using the unpublished tab. What else do we have here? Briefly, we talked about something related collections. I want to explain that. So we have an ability to show small links above the collections, showing a direct links to collections. So for example, I'm currently on women's coat, and I want to see some links here that leads to other collections. So I can just select, and now I have 3 related collections. The image that you are going to see here on the live site is going to be the actual image that is loaded into the platform. If it's Shopify, BigCommerce, doesn't matter. The collection image is going to show up here, and this is what you are going to see on the website. Okay, so when I save that now, I have the related collection, and now I have the related collection, and I can see how many related collections there are there when I'm selecting this. All right, something else that we have in this a tool is an AI assistant. This is basically a chat that gives you an ability to control all the actions that we did and I've shown you before. So I can just give some commands here. You have some examples here. Let's show you some example. I'm going to tell him hide all black products. So now he's going to think about it, and he's going to offer me products that are black. Here he told me, sure, I found few products that are currently in black. Do you want to accept? I click accept, and now products that are hidden because they are black. If I go to hidden product, I can see the product that this AI assistant selected, and now they are hidden. So use this AI can save you a lot of time running some actions, organizing the product in a better way. So even if it's manual work, using this AI assistant can save you a lot of the effort on doing things manually by handpick the product. Just find products here by the tags, by the title, by colors, and so on. And you can just identify them and organize them and help using this AI assistant. Okay, so we talked about the 4 actions that we have in the merchandising editor. Let's look about some of the performance and what we have on the dashboard to allow you to identify how you are doing in regards to sales. So I go to analytics. Sorry, before that, one more thing that I forgot to mention is everything that I spoke about collection, same thing goes for search. So if I go to search and I want to add a way to control certain search terms. So now I search for coat. These are the results that I get when I search for coats, and I can do exactly the same thing that I do on the collection pages. So I can control when someone search for coat, I can control exactly what he's going to see when he's searching for coat. So this is, again, so merchandising runs on categories or collections and run on search pages as well. So we have merchandising rules to choose the scope. We have search merchandising and collection merchandising. Now going to the analytics, let's look at the analytics data. So if I go to the analytics on our dashboard, there is a report that I always like to look at. Now, remember, this is not a live site. This is like this is a test site. So the information here is not really meaningful. But what I can tell you here that if I'm looking at this report, collection report, I can see the most popular collections on the website appear here at first. And I can see the conversion for these collections. And where this is something that we need to notice and act accordingly. So if I'm seeing here in this report a collection that is very, very popular on my site, but the conversion is very low, then maybe I need to do something. What do I need to do? We can talk about it in a few minutes, but in order to identify what are the collections that need to work, this is exactly where you do it. So you look at the collections and you search collections that have a very high popularity. They're, most views, but the conversion is low. Conversion considered low on collections if it's less than 1%. If it's more than 1% from collection, usually it's fine. 1% and below, it's considered low, and there are things that we can do or suggest to do. Same thing for search. So if I go to analytics, I go to search, and I go to all queries. Now I get all the popular queries on my site, and I can see for the popularity of queries. So the most popular queries is hat. I can see the conversion, and I can see if the conversion is okay or not okay. And then, of course, this is not a live site, so I don't have any conversion, but I can see if the conversion is low, but the popularity of the search is high, there is something that I need to do in order to increase conversion on these specific collections. So what can I do? What we can suggest you do in those situations? So the first thing, you might need to think about different collections or search campaigns, organizing the product in a different way, maybe promote product on sale for these specific collections, because you see they are very popular collection, but they don't create any revenues. Something else that we see customers do is making sure that products at the top have inventory in all sizes or in most sizes. So there is a way to do that. You create a rule saying, I want to promote product with a percentage of inventory in stock is 70, 80% or above. Something else that we encourage you to do is use the promo tiles. Promo tiles is basically an ad that you can place within a collection showing something like a promotion that you want to run on a website, or a certain campaign. So to give you an example, like there are a couple of promotions here that we have on the site. How can I add it? So let's say that I identify a certain collection in which I want this promo to run. I go to the advertising tab, I see the promo tiles here, and I can just drag and drop. So now this ad, it was added here, this promo tiles was added, and I can put any tier that I want here. It can be a video, it can be an image, it can be a text. We also released something new recently that you can basically create a promo tile yourself using a prompt, using our AI. So I'm going to use one of the examples here. Just to give you an example, I can say promo tile, describe black and white, and add shopping bag image. I'm just saying a text, whatever I want. I'm generating, and in a few minutes, it will generate an image, which is a promo tiles that I just created, and I can use it on the website, just like I did for any promo tiles that I have. So in a few seconds, it's going to show me a promo tile that was added. Here it is, 20% off with a shopping bag. I can choose to use it. I can change stuff here using the prompt. Now I have a promo tiles and I can use it. So I encourage you to use promo tiles. It's very, very useful. We also have banners, just like promo tiles. It's a banner. It can be an HTML structure, so you can place anything you want here. We have customers that added very complex HTML object, or you can just add a URL to an image to be placed at the top. I know Shopify has it built in, but here, if you want to use it using our platform, you can do that as well. So Performance Insight is just going over these things and making sure that you are looking at the right collection, identify the collection that require you to make some action in order to increase conversion. Something else that we have built in our system is an A/B test mechanism, an A/B test experience that you can run. And basically the idea around A/B tests with the combination of merchandising, which is what we are speaking here today, is to determine how deep you want merchandising to be. So when you run an experience for merchandising on the collection pages, for example, you can say, I want to run an A/B test on all the collections. Maybe I want to run A/B test on one collection, and the merchandising, the A/B test that I want to do on the merchandising. So I can run 50% from the traffic to use merchandising and the other 50% not using merchandising. What do I mean by not using merchandising? Is letting our AI, letting our automatic processes determine the sorting of the product on the website. So it's either manually merchandising products or running certain merchandising campaign, or having one set of merchandising rules, comparing to a different experience, which is running merchandising rules, but different merchandising rules, not using manual merchandising at all, or maybe use different merchandising, manual merchandising actions and so on. So you have two different experiences of the site using different merchandising campaigns. You can run an A/B test for that and check after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, which one works best, get a report and make the decision. So it's a very useful tool in situation when you identify collection that doesn't perform as expected. All right, so just to summarize, so best practices and everything we spoke about, just to summarize, there are a couple of ways to control the way products appear on the website, the way they are sorted on your website. We have different approaches in Fast Simon to reach that. Why do we need merchandising? We need merchandising in order to increase conversion. We need merchandising when we identify that certain collection or customer journey is reaching into a situation when there are no purchases, and we need to encourage customers to go to the right places on the website and purchase products. So how do we do that? We do that by either using merchandising rules, automatic processes that we set up the conditions in which we want to identify product that you want to either promote, bury, or hide, or making manual merchandising campaigns on the collection or certain search queries in order to determine what are the products that we want to display first, what are the products that we want to bury, what are the products we want to hide. We have tools to encourage customers to purchase by using promo tiles, by using banners, by running A/B tests with different merchandising campaign, and see what works best for you guys. I will now give you time to run some Q&A. We have some questions that we saw that you guys wrote on the chat, so I will have time now to use those the 10 minutes that we have left to answer some questions. Thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure. I will see you on my next webinar, which will be happening probably in a few weeks. Thank you very much for joining, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.